it's just something about a glass of champagne that gives classic, classy, sophisticated, sexy. It's kind of like elevates the evening. So again, a really good date drink. And welcome back to Let's Wine About It. If you are new here, my name is Elise, and on my channel we talk all things wine and all things that make you want to grab a glass of wine. If you are not new here, hey girl, hey. Speaking of all things that make you want to grab a glass of wine, today we are talking about how to order the perfect wine for date night. What wines to order and how to place your order if you're not quite sure what you want. I'm going to break this up into daytime dates and nighttime dates because different vibes, different environments call for different types of wine. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys a good, full, well-rounded list and tips of how to order the perfect wine for your date. So let's start off with a daytime date. Daytime dates can range from brunch dates to picnic in the park to maybe even a lunch date during the week. So typically what you want to do is choose something that's going to be light, bright, and refreshing. These wines are going to be a little less in alcohol volume and again refreshing. Think Sauvignon Blanc or Pinot Grigio or a rosé even. These wines are going to be, yes, light, but also have a lot of acidity that will pair well with more brunch time, lunchtime foods like waffles and salads and fruits and sandwiches. High to medium acidity wines pair really well with those food types. So it's going to go well with the typical things on a lunch and brunch menu. And they're not going to have as much alcohol, which will allow you to continue to go about your day not needing a nap or feeling a little too heavy with some of those wines that pack a bigger punch. For all my girlies out there who are like me and have a preference for red wines, which are typically drier, I have the perfect solution: champagne. Champagne is going to give you the bubbles, the refreshingness, the acidity, but also the dryness that your palate is more inclined to with more red wines. And it's just something about a glass of champagne that gives classic, classy, sophisticated, sexy. It's kind of like elevates the evening. So again, a really good date drink. Bubbly wine always kind of puts you in the mind of celebration. So if you're doing like a Valentine's Day or birthday date, again, perfect wine for those types of dates as well. If you want some alternatives to champagne, I would also recommend a Prosecco or a Cava, especially Cava. Cava is going to be a really good champagne alternative. It's made the same way that champagne is made, but with different grapes, and it's a little bit more budget friendly than true traditional champagne as well. So love a Cava alternative. And then it's also really good if you're looking for something that's maybe not as dry as champagne but not as sweet as Prosecco. It's a nice in between. On a side note, I've found myself kind of leaning towards ordering champagne as an aperitif. It's really good as a pre-dinner spirit. The bubbles, the acidity, it really like cleanses the palate, and champagne goes with like a wide variety of dishes. So, you know, from fried chicken to shrimp cocktail, champagne is the perfect pairing for that. So great pre-dinner drink and perfect daytime alternative to lighter white wines like Sauvignon Blanc or Pinot Gris or Rosé. Now let's transition into our evening dates. So just like bubbly wines kind of put you in the mind of celebration, red wines definitely put you in the mind of like romance. There's nothing that's like more romantic than like a nice glass of Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot or a Pinot Noir or Syrah. These big, bold red wines just automatically make you think romance, make you think dinner date at a nice restaurant. My go-to red wine is always Pinot Noir. It's such a versatile wine. There are literally hundreds of other similar characteristic wines, but Pinot Noir is pretty popular and on most wine menus, regardless of where you're dining. Pinot Noir is probably going to be on the menu. So I recommend Pinot Noir, one, because it pairs with so many different dishes. Whether you are having pasta, pizza, salad, grilled chicken, Pinot Noir is the perfect companion for those dishes and still gives you kind of like that sexy red wine dinner date vibe. It has really good acidity and it has really good tannins, and if it's like a New World Pinot, like somewhere from the Willamette Valley or something like that, it's going to have a lot of fruit forwardness too. Now, if you are a girl who does not like a dry wine, you're looking for something that's a little more sweet, then we want to stay away from the Cabs, we want to stay away from the Syrah. You want to go for maybe something like the Lambrusco. The Lambrusco is going to be a sweeter red wine that also brings a little fizziness too, so it'd be good for an aperitif similar to champagne, but also has the weightiness that can handle more of a fuller meal that you might have during a nighttime dinner date versus a lunch brunch date. So my recommendations for dinner would be the Pinot Noir, a nice Cabernet, or Lambrusco if you're looking for something a little sweeter. These are going to have the alcohol volume and the weight to stand up to those heavier meals that you may have during a dinner or nighttime date. And then also you can go for these wines that have higher alcohol volume because you don't have an entire day left to get through, like your brunch and lunch. If you are absolutely dead set on a white wine with your dinner, Chardonnay is also a really good full-body white wine to choose from as well. That is my recommendation on the types of wine to order for nighttime versus daytime. Now, if you are at a restaurant and you're starting to feel maybe you're a beginner wine lover and you don't quite know exactly how to order, or maybe the wine menu is a little intimidating, here's a tip on how to order. Lean on your server. That is what they are trained to do. That is what they love to do, is make recommendations. Here is how you communicate with the server to have them make a suggestion within a price range that's comfortable for you or in line with your objective for the dinner, whether that's to go expensive or to stay budget friendly. What you want to do is simply tell the server exactly what you're looking for. So that might sound like, I'm thinking about having the pasta for dinner, and I really find that I enjoy like sweeter wines. Can you make a recommendation kind of similar to this one that would be sweet and would go well with my pasta? Okay, and when you point it out on the menu and you show it to the server, you can point out the price range that you want to stay within. That way they know, okay, she wants a sweet wine that can pair well with pasta but be in the same price range as the wine that she's pointing to, without making a big to-do about the price or outwardly asking, can you give me something that's more so in this price range? I hope you guys found that helpful. Let me know, what are some of your favorite date night drinks? I'll be doing the best wine cocktails to order for date night coming up for all my ladies who prefer cocktail over wine. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, let me know what your favorite drinks are to order for date night. If you found this helpful, drop a comment in the comment section. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me out a lot, and let me know what videos you're wanting to see from me. As always, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Can't wait to see see y'all again on the next video. Cheers!